Hey guys, welcome back. Today, I really want to try and get this whole hill done. There is admittedly quite a lot left to do. I didn't have time to do quite as much last episode as I hoped, but fingers crossed that this time we'll get it all done. And I think the first thing I want to do today is get our two-step hill all detailed and get everything looking good up there, because if we did the flat area first, I'm just a little worried it would limit our options up on the hill, so this way we'll hopefully get an idea of where we can put taller things down here without disrupting any elements higher up. So let's build up our hill and get everything nice and detailed. Oh man, I am loving this. So I think I mentioned last episode about putting the garden on top of the hill, and I ended up deciding that I want to extend that and make both the hill and most of this surrounding flat area be the garden instead, because it just felt a little constrained to just have it on top of the hill. However, I did still want this hill to be a bit of a feature and still feel like a destination area, so I wanted to make a sculpture or statue or something up here, and I ended up making this kind of yin-yang design which you can walk up, and you know, it's perhaps a little strange, but I actually really like it. At one point I was talking about this area being a Zen garden, and whilst I haven't kept the whole vibe, I feel like this is a little nod to that idea, which I really like. Another thing I did keep from the kind of Zen garden vibe is the fact that we have a lot of benches. And that's just because I wanted this to feel like the place that people retreat to after they finished praying at the tower and can just sit in peace, so that requires a lot of benches. I also brought back the tree swing from the witch side, which I still absolutely love. It's so simple, but I think it's very effective and just makes for a lovely little detail. But now we have everything up on the hill in place, we have a lot of space to play with in this lower section. I think I want to add a couple of trees in strategic places, and of course we have our pond to make over there, and oh, I can't wait, let's get going. We did it! This whole hill is now all detailed and decorated, and I love this place so much. But let me properly show you around. So if you're walking over from the temple, we of course have some greenery, a flower bed, and these little stone walls, which were actually a suggestion I got in a comment that said it would be a nice idea to add some little walls, and I think they work perfectly on this path as sort of guardrails for the hill edge, so that was a fantastic idea. And then, as you start to turn the corner, you can see a tree which is mostly covering the tower, and I really like this effect. You can see little bits popping out the side or out the top, and you know something is over here, but you have to keep going to see the full structure, which I just think is a really cool effect. Then, opposite the tower, we of course have the pond that I mentioned wanting to make, and it's actually quite a bit bigger than the other ponds we've done, so it gave me some room to try some things out. So we have these little stepping stones you can use to hop across the pond, and there's also these attempts at water lilies, which I think turned out pretty well. I have a vague memory of maybe seeing something like this before, so I've probably subconsciously stolen the idea, but it's a really good idea, so I guess it was just worth nicking. Then if we carry on, we have another little broken archway to show we're entering the garden portion, and then we have another lovely tree, and I do always love a tree that is slightly overhanging the pathway, so this just makes me very happy. Plus, it once again breaks some of the sight lines, so you can see that there's something at the back there, but you have to keep going to see the little winged statue at the end. And this, I am very happy with this. I just love the design because it's very simple, but I think it's quite effective. When I was originally designing this, I was trying to make a variation of the goddess statues from Zelda. I know, one day I might get inspired by something other than those games, but today is not that day. And while it obviously doesn't have all of the details, I do think it still has quite a lot of the charm, and ultimately, it just makes me smile when I see it, so I'm counting that as a win. And of course, outside of that, we have also detailed all the remaining empty space on this hill. The torches are all gone, we have grass and flowers everywhere, and it all just feels much more alive now. Plus, this is a huge section of the island, and being able to check this off our list is actually amazing. I am incredibly happy with how today has gone. But on that note, I think I'm going to leave this episode here. Like I said, getting this hill completed feels like a very big tick on the to-do list, and I am so ready to move on to the next section and keep the progress going. So I think we'll do exactly that. Which section of the island will we be tackling? That is a very good question, and I'm thinking of possibly staying on the slime side and getting the area next to the offering shrine all tidied up, but we'll see if that all pans out. Until then, thank you guys for watching, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!